And the URL to the stream? Question mark. Can I get my URL? Can I get my stream URL? Give me one memento. We are here. Oh, why is my mouse doing that? Yeah. Why am I? Why, mate? What are you just like this? It's not bearable, to be fair with you. If I do it like this, it's a lot more bearable, right? Right. Why does the prices just keep changing on the daily? Rocket legal. Maybe, actually. You know what, actually? Maybe. For a decent point. I'm just sorting some stuff out. Because this game, I used to stream it a lot. Want to start streaming it again, makes it a bit more fun. But with that being said, I've got to figure stuff out like the streaming. Can you tell me, like, I'm not expecting the quality to be perfect, right? But can you tell me if it's like freezing or lagging, and or if the quality's just alright? I'm not expecting it to be perfect right now because I haven't got it really connected to my main hardware. But if the quality's good enough and it's not stuttering and stuff, I don't care. Stream delay is like maybe like 10 seconds. It's like the minimum you can have. But if I ask you something, please respond to it, just so I can sort this out. Because it says everywhere, it's I'm looking at my OBS and it says no drop frames, 1 second delay, with excellent performance. But I don't know how true that is. I don't know if I really want to know how true it is. Amazing. So what do we get? We got from Cole. Just that is just such a joke. You were not my first sub, my friend. You were one of my very, very late subs. I used to be fair, when I used to do it, I used to get like 20 to 30 viewers, and I used to, like, even though I only had like 200 subs, I used to get like a lot of viewers because I used to have a lot of like the same recurring viewers. But how much damage are we doing? 1.2 mil. I'll give you a little rundown of what's going on. I'm killing a lot of enemies. I'm killing enemy A to get to enemy B. That's the only way I can really explain it. But I'm killing a lot of certain enemies. Come on, give me a 1 heart. Do it. It's not giving me a damn 1 heart. Oh, I would have loved a 1 heart, for God's sake. How long have we got? We've got 4 days. Okay. I'm 80 bosses off. Okay. Do it, go on. Do it. Do it, give me it. 6-second boss is pretty good. Hello, Tom Saturn 5066. How are you? Ooh. Do, 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 do. Mm, mm, mm. Probably had some music. Now I've got to sort quite a bit out. This is my first stream in a very long time, so a lot of stuff ain't gonna be really how it was before. But that's why we're doing a test. But, right, our goal right now is to get to Revenant 9. Rev 9. What are we at now? I think we're at Rev 8. It says on the top left. 80 bosses left. If it'll let me see. I'm Rev 8. Okay, nearly Rev 9. Right. Should get there. It's not the most entertaining gameplay, but so I've got to just figure the streaming situation out. If anybody can tell me, I'm not expecting the quality to be perfect until I tweak some settings, but can anybody tell me if the quality is okay and if it's lagging? Nothing on my stream is telling me it's lagging, but it's impossible for me to know, because if I load it up, it's gonna lag a bit because I'm the one streaming it off my computer, so there's never a really good way to test it. But give me some catalyst. Do not want a catalyst. Need to get some more coins for my G-Drag. I lost 100 million on a Archfiend high class dice yesterday. I can't make them cheap. The cheaper they make the dice, the more I want to roll them. Alright. G-Drag nearly level 200. That's nice. Oh. Let's sort this out. The faster I can sort this out, the faster it's bearable. I've got to figure out. Just got to figure anything out. Is anybody still here? Just because if so, I would like an opinion on something. Okay, we should be fine. Docs menu. Docs. What does that mean? Hang on a sec. Okay. Okay. Hold on. I should see this somewhere. Give me 1 second. think I'm gonna quickly add one of these. Streamlabs. Streamlabs seems a lot better than Stream Elements for convenience, really. I need a view account. I'll add mouse themes, thank you very much. I need viewers, including view account, please. I kind of just want these two. These should work, hopefully. Apologies if anybody. I see, I don't know what that is. Right. Filters. I have absolutely no clue what this is. How am I fixing this? Okie dokie. We need to figure that out. Right. Okay. Okay. If anybody's here, can somebody please speak in the chat? I've got to figure this out. So what is it? I'm adding what am I adding? Am I adding a browser thing here? Browser. Oh, sorry about this, everybody. That. Select install. I would like them installed, please. Alright, is it going to show me how? Click to add your new alerts, alert box. Okay, so I can get rid of that. Yeah, now I need an alert box. Do I add an alert box? With add source. That's box. Where is it? Get rid of that. Get rid of that. And then I'll have to quickly go to a chat box. See, I don't know what that is. I don't know why it's doing that. How do I get rid of the that? How do I sort this? Add widgets. Default. Arch widgets. Arch widgets again. So I can do this. What noise is this making? Can I make that less obnoxious, or is that not choice? I guess it depends on it. Save. Copy widget. Copy the widget. And then here we go to browser. Yes. And I source code, put the chat over put it over it, and then I go off of that, I go to view account, and then I also just click Comic Sans, click maybe background color, font color, sign, perfect, platforms, YouTube, save that, and then add that as another widget, right? Minus adding that as browser, and then view. Am I also doing this? No, how the hell do I want the number to be really big. How the hell do I make the number big? Hang on a minute. Uh-oh, hang on. If somebody typed something, give me 1 second. It says somebody did. I have no idea what anybody said. Okay. Browser, I've added view, view to this. So seems a bit big in comparison, but how does one change the size? Interact. Interact. Is that not a thing? Do I just not get to? Unless I do like this. I guess I can do that. Full Lucas Lawrence. Kyle, if you can you chat anything? I'm just gonna see if I've got to just see if my chat mod works. See, that worked. Why did it not work when you did it? If you're still there, Kyle, can you chat, please? As I said, I'm just kind of tweaking everything and just trying to figure any of this out again. Check what? Nothing. It was that. What you can see in the bottom right of my screen is what I wanted to check. I'm just trying to adjust. Just trying to adjust something just so you see how like it says below the skyblock thing there's like a YouTube logo, just to show like the viewers and stuff, but I'm pretty sure you didn't play a sound. Just I don't know. How to see chat OBS, because the message is delete. Not right. To see a permanent persistent chat on your screen, you need to use a browser source. So it's the fucking overlay that's fucking me then. Save changes. So it's the overlay that's fucking chat box. I don't want the messages to go. Hide message. Ah, there we go. So copy the widget. Copy the fucking widget. That makes more sense, ladies and gentlemen. Hopefully now I can fix the issue with the chat's not working. Just give me a second. this is the only thing that's bad about trying to restart streaming again, and is everything that I sorted out before is now disappeared. This should work. If anyone would like to be a generous soul and type in the chat, that would help me out a lot. And then if this works, I can actually start playing something.
More logical. I like this. Is good. Really good job. I think they've done a great job of changing the game to fit the modern version while not overhauling everything to an extreme degree to where it's not recognizable anymore. Like this is still very recognizable.
They changed the.
Is the evil stuff, I imagine. Yeah. Which is the new area for foraging is right. Oh, that's be incredible. Sponge because, you know, obvious reasons, but Dante area over here. You can see all the museum. Holy moly, look at this, ladies and gents.
Holy shit, that new Skyblock hub looks incredibly good. Yeah. My channel. Tab in. Okay, that should be fine. And then we've got. First bit's always great. I just like getting rid of it. Kinda. That's fine. I'm now just trying to do something. I apologize to everybody. Apologize. I'm just trying to sort something out really fast. Probably not the best time to be trying it. 45. And then I would like to crop. I'll worry about this after actually. Apologies, everybody. And I connect myself. Sorry. Should be back. If anybody is still here. But a lot of big Skyblock streamers are playing right now because all the stuff got leaked. All the stuff came out, sorry, for the hub. And it looks pretty cool. I think the radius. Not about the radius, I think I saw them live. Like, yeah, like an hour ago. Okay. The noise, so that works at least. Not this second. I'll log on. I'll get on Rocket League in a little bit. As I said, I am just testing this out for a. I'm just seeing how this works out, and when I mean I'll be on in like really little amount of time. It'll probably not be like 20 minutes. This was only to test stuff out, and I mean, considering how much of a pain it can be and stuff. Can you please answer the question though? By the way, Kyle, can you please tell me if the quality and stuff and if it sounds all right? And you know, I'm not expecting fucking perfect. So I don't expect it's slightly not as good. Is it bearable to watch and is it bearable to listen to? I can't judge it because, as I said, like as I'm the one streaming, if I try and watch it at the same time, it kind of lags everything, and you know, it kind of makes everything kind of a pain to judge. The only way I'll know is rewatching this after I've finished stream. That's never a fun part, but I just realised the fucking message ran away. Oh, if I'm hang on. Did that fix it? That might have fixed it actually. If that fixed the audio. If it didn't fix the audio, then I don't know what. But if that makes the audio sound better, then that will obviously solve that problem. But come on, game, give me a heart. Be nice. Give me like a warden heart or something. You know what I mean? A cheeky 80 mil right now will go a long way. A foul flash. Rip. Rip, rip, rip. The foul flash. You know on foul flash. But hey, it does look alright. No complaints at all. Yo, yo, yo. What is up, Andren? Nightshade? Adrian, sorry, I can't really see like the names of the chat. I need to fix that. Just a quick recap. This is my first stream I've done in a while, so everything is a little bit scuffed. So I am currently just in the middle of doing some Rev Slayer and trying to fix it. So I will have to sort that because reading the usernames wasn't easy. But it's gonna be like that, unfortunately. I am not gonna be able to get it all perfect first try, which is just kind of one of the things. But we'll learn from it and we'll figure it out. You know, not that this stream expects anything, but if you're new, subscribe, and if you'd like to like, go for it. I'm gonna try and make a push. Gonna try and become a Skyblock creator. I'm not expecting to be anything crazy, but I've got some ways and some people I know who have got a few fans. I should be able to. I might try and get a very early video out. I might try and get a collaboration with Duralius. That'd be a great first video. That'd be an incredible first video. That'd be. I don't know if he's on. Oh no. I did just check, but is he on? No. But that would be always a good thing. But yeah, how's everyone's day going today? I really want to drop a heart. I'm gonna very quickly see if I can put music on without me getting instantaneously demonetized. You know what I mean, copyright strike, because for some reason people like, what gear do you need to do tier 5s? What's your name? If you want to put your IGN in the chat, I can quickly have a look at your profile and judge what you need to do. Because the thing with tier 5 rev, it isn't like, they're not, obviously it depends what stage your profile's at, but they're not hard to do, like to actually fight. It depends if you want to obviously do them fast, you know, fast or kill them. Killing them should be fine at a lot of points, but right, this show. Okay. Your combat level is 37. You are using, what have you got? You've got Shadow Assassin, 3/4. People diss it, but you could do something as, I mean, already I've seen it. You can just whack thorns on your armor. That's already something. People who are against it, but if you're struggling to do a boss, thorns is already a good thing. I saw you don't have many coins, so I'll see if I can shadow. What can you? I mean, if you really want the truth, I'd be somewhat surprised if you couldn't kill it with this. What pet you got? How do I see the? There we go. Tiger. I think, truthfully, what I would probably want to do at your point is obviously try and get some more coins. But if you can't get any coins, or you're struggling to get coins, quickly tell me what you do for coin. Like, tell me, you know, what you're currently doing for money, and I can see if I can tell you any better ways. Because there's quite a lot, you know, nowadays, to be fair, there's a fair few decent ways to make even just a couple mil, you know, not that aren't fully difficult, not, you know, it's not easy, but what good? What's good? I don't know, I just like random things like zombie shards. Ah, okay. To be fair, if you want an easy way to do tier 5s, easy. You got smite, if you got critical. You can get crit 6. That's already a pretty big increase. You can get on all your weapons. Critical 6 is only 20k. And you know, if we're really going into the like the differences, right? The difference between critical 4 and 5, you know, you're looking at already 50% to 70%. You're getting 20% more damage. What about E-Man? E-Man, it is a lot more expensive to get into. Tier 1 and 2. Tier 1, you could do it in Ender Armor with a Void Edge Katana. But if you want to be doing like high tier 5 Enderman, Like, if you're not on about tier 5, but if you're on about tier 5, you're going to realistically need a hype. Not as, maybe not as max as this one, still needs a few things, but you could probably settle with a tier 2 or tier 5, you'd probably need a hype. Tier 5, you're going to need a hype and a pretty good item split. How to do tier 3s? You would probably get away with, do you have a Juju? If you don't have a Juju, getting like a short bow, for example, yeah, something like that. Explosive arrows, a summoning ring. I think the minimum that you're gonna need is a summoning ring with Final Destination armor, like minimum. And summoning rings, I think like they were like 13, like 10 mil, and you want tank zombie souls. So yeah, that one for 9 million, for example. That one you would want. Final Destination, like they're the probably the very basics. If you got some kills on your Final Destination armor and try to push that up to maybe like 10k, 15k kills. Thing with Enderman, it's a lot harder to get into. Like they're not easy to do, especially they're not cheap mainly to get into. It's like Revs, Fen, all that you can get into for probably not that many coins. Enderman, you are looking at a real hefty deposit into actually doing the Slayer. You can grind all the way up from tier 1s if you wanted, but no one's going to do that. Tier 1s, they're not great really. Tier 1s, you're not gaining anything at any point. Tier 2s, you probably just need slightly better Final Destination, but for you probably want a summoning ring if it hits phase, and explosive arrows on your shotbow just in case. But you probably couldn't really be getting close, not with that armor. You're looking at for Final Destination, you're gonna need. I'll see. I don't use Final Destination. I use my Crimson, but to be fair, like that's probably what you're looking at per minimum for tier 3. Not expensive per, but you're looking at least Wisdom 2 or 3 minimum. Ancient on it all, just for the slight increase. The damage. If you had Final Destination, let's have a look. Might have done, to be fair. You do. Okay. Might actually have better Final Destination than me, to be fair. You could put. What you got? Last Stand. You could go, yeah, again, you put thorns on all your piece because you're going to be getting hit by the boss. Obviously, you have got a soul. I'm assuming you have got a soulflare battery, right? Don't. Soulflare pile. You need soulflow, and you need it turned on. So if you don't have a soulflow, any soulflow or your battery turned on, when you sneak, you're not going to be getting any of the benefits that make Final Destination actually worth having. The only good things about Final Destination is the strength, the attack speed, and the damage that you get against Enderman when you're crouched. So if you put Soulflow in your battery and hold crouch, every 5 seconds it'll use 2 of it, but you will get a lot of damage. For example, a stack of Soulflow. Each Soulflow also does give you 160, obviously it's not one Soulflow is 1, but a stack I think it's about, 1.3 mil. Which, yeah, again, if you don't have coins, I'm just, for your point, maybe, with it being with it being Paul, I would say dungeons. I wouldn't ever really, I say recommend it. For really early, I would just say farming or, mining or whatever everybody says. But with the bonuses of it being Paul, and you get 25% more blessings, like, buffs to your blessings, you're getting cheaper chests, and your cat level didn't necessarily look very high yet. Oh, cat 29, but if you could push your cat level during Paul, depends how much you play, obviously, but if you could push it a lot higher, you'd be getting more bonus on your armor too, because obviously Ancient works off of, it works, but you got Fierce coming, like, getting Ancient would be, the next step, but for you, it is just slowly upgrading your Final Destination, and when you can afford Necron, get Necron. I would say do dungeons for coins, but if you're struggling to do dungeons or find a party or anything, one of your best ways of making some form of coins, and it ain't a lot, and there's just not an awful lot, to be honest, but you could like really basic farming in the garden. That's okay coins. If mining, you can't really make any coins in straight away. Should I do F6? If you can do F6 with... I mean, obviously you should be able to do it with that, but if you can do it in general with that, then no problem. You should easily be able to. If you can do M6, thing is, if you can queue an M7, sorry, F7 frag running, that is one thing I did at the start. Every profile I've, like this profile, for example, it's only 2 months old, and it's already got about 7 bill net worth, got some coins stored in chests and stuff, but you can make a lot of coins frag running. If you can physically kill a giant, or quickly... I'm not going to have anything on the right, so my damage is going to be a lot worse and a lot less than it probably should be, but I can quickly get an example. Q into 4-7. Like, I was probably consistently making, during all, like 25 mil an hour frag running. If you can't frag one, then it's, like, that'll be where you, if you can't make any coins, basically, right? Going from that to 20, I mean, even going that from 10 mil an hour, you know, I know that's not a lot nowadays, but, you know, people say it's not a lot, but if you can't make any coins at all, because a lot of people do struggle to make coins. So, obviously, with that being said, you know, you don't have a choice, right? But I was making some pretty damn decent coins, frag runner. I was getting, like, maybe 30-second runs, you know, when I was proper sweating it, but... Obviously, you're looking for Diamante Sandals and Laser Eyes, but kill any giant, and over time, it'll add up anyway. I can tell I ain't got any of my Thunder equipment on. I just Blood Rush and restart one after giant. Yeah, that's all you need to do. But just always kill the giant. Some people skip it if it's not like a Diamantes or something. But always kill it, because even like the 90k, you know, I think the Jolly Pink Rocks are like 90k maybe. You know, you do get 10 of them, some mil. Even like the Livid, for example, you'll see, like, okay, so we got actually kind of, we didn't get anything, but that's the point. You kill everything that you get. You know, obviously you might not get anything, but frag running, that's what I did for a lot of my starter coins. And if you're struggling, like a lot, for example, right, to get anything, you do frag running for an hour or two, even at the point that you're at. You'll end up getting enough coins to at least do tier 5 revs easily, like confidently. But what else? Did you do all your fairy souls? That'll be another thing. No. Major. That's like an incredibly if you're actually looking to do it. Yeah, majorly do your fairy souls. It was like day 3 of this profile. I went and did, how many of them? 248. The amount of health and Skyblock XP and you need to do it. Like, that is probably one of the major things, because even if you get decent gear, you ain't gonna live awfully long, because that 1 health that you get, you know, the 2 health, the 5 health, it all stacks really fast. There's no question about it. The speed that it all stacks on top of each other is a joke. Like, you are benefiting so much from those tiny increases, like, every single time. And I know they're a bit annoying to do and a bit tedious at the start, but yeah, they've got to be done. If you really want to get, if you want to do tier 5 revs, you really do want to be, as I said, doing, if you can frag run for your point with Paul being mayor, with just slight increase on blessings, that might be the difference between you frag running and not. And obviously, you know, it's all luck at the end of the day, but you could probably make anywhere from 10 to 20 mil an hour without aura. I know with aura at the start of this profile, like a month or 2 ago, I was making, as I said, about 20-25 mil pretty damn consistently. And I don't know if the ×2 luck by org, because obviously they had times, you know, made you 2 times as lucky. I don't know if that affected it. Yeah, only 1 giant spawns, and like one of the mini bosses, so Livid or something. But you don't need to kill them, but they, you know, Livid frag's like 100k, Bondo frag's a little bit. Adds up if you're doing it for a few hours, but if you're just testing it. But you either get the Laser Eye, like there's 4 drops you can get. I should know. You either can get a Diamante Sandal, which goes for about a mil. Oh, okay, they dropped a little bit, but it's still decent coins. You get about 700k for a Diamante's handle. You get 1,000,000 coins for a laser eye, about 50k for a Jolly Pink Croc, and about 60k for a Bigfoot. Some of this stuff has dropped down, so Aura might have affected it, but it's better than nothing. Oh no, if you want about from drops from like armor now, it is. For me, what I would do is, you know what, I'll give actually one more example because I kind of wanted to just get one real quick. Plus, I do kind of enjoy doing them because I don't frag them anymore. But I can show you the most optimal way of doing it. Obviously, you're not going to be, you know, obviously if you don't have a hyper, you're not going to be like the speed even close. But I can show you like the most efficient way to clear like your inventory and stuff. And I know that sounds simple and it sounds so easy. Well, obviously, I know how to clear my inventory, but there's, you know, ways you do it, which saving 10 seconds on a run. I feel so rusty. It's been like months since I frag one, but this is, oh my, okay, well, this is the definition of slow. Well, I guess I'm not really trying to show the speed, but it's not right, is it? Like, you let it all stack in your inventory, and then when you get the boss room, blood room. Oh no, I'm actually just I'm trolling. Am I getting screwed over? Of course, yeah, okay, of course. Why would, you know, well, normally I average like 30-second runs, but this is not ideal, but the second you've done your run, however long it takes, and yet again, I'm getting kind of cooked on the spawn points. Love it. Love it. Okay, I'm actually getting really cooked. What is it? Ah, it's another I don't like fells. No. But here, while the boss is spawning, I just claim it here. If you've got a mod, lock all your slots that matter. It's so laggy for you. Laggy in what way? Are you on about like FPS or are you on about ping? Ping is just skyblock, which is a real shame. That Diamante is. Yeah, okay. So from that alone, that one there real quick. Took a bit longer, but made 700k just on one handle. Like HYPIXEL lagging. Right, there's one thing that is really good, and it sorts for me because I'm EU. So it depends how good or bad it'll be for you. Where are you from? That'll be another thing actually. Because for me, I use a VPN to connect, and they used to be bannable. They did used to be bannable to join the server, but when I was looking into it like a year or so ago, came to the conclusion it's not bannable anymore. And I've had many profiles with thousands of hours since then, and I know a lot of people who do. So if you're lagging seriously badly and you're not from America, then a VPN stabilizes your connection. It's like there was a period where Hypixel was impossible to play, impossible, unless you were in America at the time. And a VPN just stabled out any of the packets, like lag packets that disappeared. Like for example, you break a block and it won't register you broke a block. You shot an arrow, it wouldn't shoot an arrow. Any of that. It's one of them. But by looking at your profile, as I said, I do think you've got to get your fairy souls. Like truthfully, you need your fairy souls. 30, you're missing out on quite a lot there. And a lot of Skyblock XP, which yet again helps health, you know, it's worth it. But your armor when you can, put in thorns on it all, obviously ideal. You will put in some more hot potato books on your tarantula armor, ancient on your shadow assassin armor. I'm assuming you bought this all from the AH because it all looks a bit different, but it just depends. Hopper T, go away. I'm alright, thanks. But it's one of them. The start of the game is always the slowest progress. And it is always an absolute pain. But there's not an awful lot you can do about it, unfortunately. It is just Hypixel. It is just really difficult. Really, really difficult to sort early game out. Like, quite a lot. It's never really been incredibly fast progression wise, but you know, each one of them. Right. Sonic something. You dropped an eye on second run. Nice. Why is it not showing me the chat? Just give me a second. E. Ah, there we go. Okay. Drops an eye on second run. It's good for coins. It's really good for coins, and it always has been. It has always been good for coins frag running at the early get stages. You know, when you're only a couple 100 mil net worth, right? You're always benefiting from it, always. And yet again, for you, the simple difference in stuff could be the 25% blessing. So, you know, killing a mini boss, you know, opening a room. Because, I mean, to be fair, how long does it take you per run? Because I don't want to be that guy, but this ain't necessarily like, you know, frag running armor. You know, it's not. So I'm just wondering how long it takes you to do a run. Because if you can do a run, I mean, I don't know what's efficient for this, but to be fair, you have good equipment, to be fair. But it takes 4 minutes, 3 minutes. So it's one of them. Obviously, you're not going to be earning the 20 million then, like I was saying. But if you don't have a money making method, if you don't have a money making method at all, you know you can't complain. It's like for me at the start of this profile, I struggled with money, but I can tell you a lot of ways that make a consistent amount of coins. But a lot of them are late game, and a lot of them are, you know, not easy to do per se. If you're struggling at the very early game to get any form of coins, I can tell you probably about 20 money making methods to make you 10, at least 10, 20 mil an hour. You know, and a lot of people will scoff at that because a lot of people can make a lot more nowadays. But if you can't make any coins, it's like, for example, farming Starfall in the Blood and Nine, and I'm almost certain that is still a decent early game money making method for people who want to do something a bit different. I will do a very quick little test just to see. But you should probably be able to one-tap them with your Fury. Alright, let's just do a little test. What are we on? Streams 53 minutes, say 54 minutes. Somebody's here. Okay, I don't know. I'll be able to. I should be able to quickly sort that. Right, what are we at now? We're at 54:20. We'll go to 50. You know, we'll just say 6 minutes. Say about 6 minutes ish. So about 6 minutes doing this, and I'll tell you how much I'm making. I know, obviously, I've got a term, and but you know, they've got about 10,000 health. They're not necessarily the strongest enemies you'll ever see, but this should probably make you a decent amount of coins as well. Yet again, I don't. Prices probably have changed since I've done it. Could be worse, could be better, but. Obviously, if you have a Grandma Wolf as well, you are getting more combat XP, and you know, you're getting quite a bit of stuff on it, to be fair. But yeah, not that it's relevant, but I'm going to start streaming maybe daily as often as I can, you know, so if you do ever want to, you know, I'm going to try and build something here. I'm going to set myself a goal of 1,000 subs by maybe middle of the year. I'm going to try and get, as I said, trying to see if I can get any collaborations with any more popular YouTubers, and I'm going to just try and I'm gonna see if I can grow the channel a bit. So if you wanna join for that ride, as I said, subscribe and like on the stream, and if you don't, then no problem at all. But I am gonna try and grow this into something a little bit fun, because it always makes Skyblock more fun. I've done this many a times. You know, there's a reason I have a couple hundred subs without any videos. I used to do it. Used to get quite a few viewers. Used to maybe average like 5, 10, 20 viewers on Skyblock. It was good, but then the game got a bit stale for a while, and I ended up quitting. But new profile, and we're back, bigger than stronger than ever. We've got about 6 minutes. We've got about only a few more minutes left of the test. And as I said, truthfully, you could do this with a Juju, and obviously if you don't have a Juju, you could probably, if you can get the short bow, you could probably end up doing quite a punch with that. As I said, they've not necessarily got a lot of health. You know, they're not the biggest thing on the planet. They're not the strongest thing. They know how to do nothing really. I mean, I don't even think they do damage, to be honest, even if you're in that glacier armor. But as I said, I can tell you how much this will my estimate of it will make you. But as I said, if you're struggling early game for money making methods, frag running, one of the more early ones is beneficial. But if you could actually do dungeons properly, you know, and get, you know, if you have a party or you want to put up with Monkey Finder and deal with that, then great, go for it. Because, you know, with Paul, you're going to be getting a lot of cat XP, which will boost, you know, ancient and stuff here, and cat level, you know, you'll just be able to play higher floors. But when you do that, that'll be it. But the thing is, as I said, I was noticing coins for you did seem to be a major thing. We're like an 190 mil net worth, with just not the best shadow assassin armor. So I think personally, if any of these money making methods do seem to make you a couple of coins, I would definitely do them, 100%. Without question, the coins are the main thing that you need. You need a lot of them, really. I mean, a Juju nowadays ain't that much. About 2 minutes per run. To be fair, that's not bad. I mean, you know what? Yeah, that's not bad at all. How many runs did you test that with? Got 3 laser back to exactly. But the thing is, it does seem really lucky. But I'll tell you, it's 25% for every single one, right? So even though the stuff is more expensive, it is 25% for each. But I was dropping a lot of, I was getting a lot of eyes and handles as well. So I don't think it's a coincidence. I mean, bear in mind, you could, you know, what you're doing, what, 2 minutes? 8, probably, well, 8 minutes, you should average 1 at least, right? Really? And if, you know, you're having some bad runs, we'll round it to 10 with downtime and all that, right? We'll say 10 minutes. I know it's adding a little bit, but say 10 minutes, you know, you get 1 every 10 minutes. That alone ain't, you know, ooh, it's not great. You're going to get 6 mil an hour off of that, and that's if you're just not lucky. That's if you just get normal odds, which ain't really, you know, you always seem to get luckier. Just off eyes, you have a 1 in 4 chance for an eye. Bear in mind, handles like 700k. That alone is going to get you 6 mil an hour. Anything else you get, that's already probably more. But, you know, if you said you don't have a money maker method, even if you just got unlucky, that's probably still making you more coins. About 30 seconds left of the test. Just to see how much you make during this. It probably ain't as good as it is anymore. And to be fair, I doubt it's better than frag one, and especially if you can get times like that. But, as I said, I will finish the test. Sorry, Kyle. I completely forgot. I'm gonna, as I said, I'm gonna finish up here then, and then sure. I'll probably play a bit of Rocket League with you. I'll go grab a bite tweet and all that. But right, the time just ended. I did that for about 6 minutes, so whatever I get times by 10. 700k, yeah, 800k. So you did this, you can make about 8 mil an hour, which yet again, I know, no coins, but you could do this from day 1, like hour 3, hour 2. You could do this straight away. And the thing is, yet again, I would recommend grinding zealots for early game, but you know, with how many people do it, it's a bit difficult, especially for early game players, right? It's definitely not the easiest, and it's difficult. You know, trying to fight other early game players for the scraps, basically. So that's always a little more low key to do. A few less people do it, not an awful lot less, but less people do it. But yet again, it's one of them. The coins that you get, the early game, you can't complain. But you, as I know you said BRB, so you're probably not here, but you need to work on your fairy cells. If anyone else new has joined the live, I am a older Skyblock streamer who is come back to the game, and I'm just trying to get used to streaming again. So if you want to join the ride, give me a like, a subscribe, and give me 5 billion coins in contraband, please, because I need the coins. I'm very poor. But that one's not realistic, so I would accept just your subscription if you want to be so kind. But no, yeah, it is. Early game ain't the easiest for coins. Oh, you know, guys, I'm feeling lucky, and I'm not rolling a dice. I did a dice yesterday and lost 100 mil, so I'm only at 600, and I'm gonna have to grind some coins or. Oh, and there's a how good's the fire sale? Give me a second, guys. I could throw some money at it. Nope, it's a hedgehog. Okay, save your money, guys. Do not buy any form of gems for the hedgehog. Do not panic. You do not want to waste 950 skyblock gems on a hedgehog. I want to just wonder how much that gets you. What does that get you? 2 cookies? What's so different? Oh. Well, you get 2 cookies for that. Wait, did that just say I had enough for a cookie? Hang on a minute. Oh, I do. Oh, guys, you have enough to buy 1 cookie. You have enough to buy a single individual cookie, guys. Now that, pay to win, ladies and gentlemen. 8 million coins for gems I had left over. Now that is what you love to see. But yeah, if anyone else in the chat wants me to review the profiles or ask if they need any help with anything, obviously let me know. And I will try my very best. You know, I would consider myself pretty good at the game. Had a lot of profiles with a lot of net worth, and this net worth's got about an 8 billion net worth in about 2 months. And I've got a lot more, you know, stuff that I can get coins from. I just realised I had a 6.7 billion net worth, and it says I still do. So is it just forgotten that I didn't sell my drill? I had my 555 drill into the chest, right? And in chest it doesn't count value, so it was 300 mil just gone from my net worth, and it took it off, and it's now back and it's not added it on. So I don't. It is probably technically 7 mil, but yeah, who's counting? But you know, I would like to drop a 1 on heart, but they're not necessarily the most expensive thing at the moment. And I will be doing dungeons later on, and I'll probably stream that. If anyone obviously wants to tune in then. But I'll have to make a Discord server, won't I, actually? Who have to sort all the streaming stuff out? I'll love it. I'll love it. I absolutely love it. But Catalyst ain't great. Back. Hello. Hello. But yeah, for you, I think I would definitely suggest getting fairy souls. I think I'd kind of do that without a real question. Fairy souls are they're just really useful. I can't really explain it much more. But hopefully I drop something. Oh no. To be fair, what armor should I go for next, or sword? Straight away, I wouldn't even say armored sword. I would say just do what everybody does on this game and go for Necron with a Juju. and also truthfully, I know if you don't have a lot of coins, but truthfully, I mean, they're not really that much. I mean, you would really care. Necron, if I can spell, which it just is not. Yeah, it's not happening, is it? Is my keyboard bugging out? Which one's my? I think my keyboard's bugging out. Give me 1 second. It's that one. Necrons. Oh, for God's sake. Necrons. Necron army. You're looking at, for clean. Obviously, you don't want it clean, but you're looking at about 8 mil, 9 mil, around that to 20. Because obviously, you know, it's easier to round it up than down. Because then you at least have more coins. 20. You're looking at like 32 mil. And then you're looking at 48 mil. You're looking at 48 mil for Necron, a full set of clean Necron armor, right? Which, you know, for what it is pretty alright. A Juju, are they not like below 10 mil nowadays? Yeah, 8.5 mil. That is really cheap. Obviously, I know you need E-Man, and it depends what level E-Man you are. E-Man 4. Is it not E-Man 5 for Juju, or is that... Is Juju... That's exactly what I'm about to wonder. I'm pretty sure it's 5. Yeah, it's 5. So, for 5, you could either A, ask for get carries. You could A, as I said, I don't have many coins, but A, pay for carries. 2, ask someone, hope maybe you get 3 carries. Or 3, try and grind it yourself, like I'm assuming that's what you were wondering. But for you right now, I would just frag run for a while, or do whatever you can for coins, and try and save up like 50. Even at how many hours would you say you play a day? You know, do you play regularly? 170k damage. What enemy are you on about? Is that 2 Enderman? You're on about 2 Enderman, or is that 2 Enderman? Just like generally. Well, for your point, definitely. 170k damage. Unless it's in dungeons. That's the only point where I'd say no. But, I mean, if you're on about outside of dungeons, then yeah. I'm assuming you're on about your Shadow Fury as well. Ooh. Golden Dragon. Oh. That's not what I wanted to... So close to level 200 G-Drag. That's what we need. That's what makes it all worth it. Pardon me. Back. And I'm not. Apparently I'm not back. What about now? Yes, I am. But yet again, it does just kind of depend. But in general, 170k should definitely be enough damage, easily. You know, it's not a bad point for the point of the game you're at. As I said, if you can just focus on getting a Juju, with obviously full Necron or 3/4 Necron, as much as you can get, really. You know, you're looking at you know, it's not bad. You're looking at an alright amount of everything, really. You know, your account will be a lot more balanced when you've got Juju and Necron. What was your MP? I feel like I remember it being like 500, 600. About near 500. yet again, I would also recommend getting that up, but yet again, it all ties with coins, right? So it really does just depend on your coin balance. You don't have many coins, you're not gonna get many, many things, obviously. So it just fully just depend on that, but give me a one heart, 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 give me a heart, give me a heart, please, please, please. No. 4% to level 200 on my G-Drag. See, the second my G-Drag's level 200, I can put this minus what I bought for 39 mil on it. And my damage should be, it increases stats by 33%. So I'm getting an extra 33% in strength, an extra 33% in attack speed, and an extra 33% magic find. So all of that is welcome. It's noticeable increases. Shard. Boom. Oh. Oh. Okay, why am I not kept? Hang on a minute. Why? Okay, something was going wrong there. What time are we on? I'm gonna send you a friend request, by the way. Just because I'm gonna quickly check the time. I might have to go for a little bit. Hang on, I will check the time. Time we on? What time are we on? Let me just have a quick little look. Studio. Okay. That's fine. No, that's good. Back. Right, yeah. I'm gonna finish this boss up and then I think go for a little bit. I'm gonna go eat some food and chill. I will be back in a little bit streaming. So if anyone wants to keep updated with that, subscribe and keep an eye on your notifications. I will, if I start streaming again properly, I will do what I did before, and I will have a Discord server made. But obviously that's only if I do it. But yet again, I did send you a friend request. Obviously you don't have to accept it on Skyblock, but if you ever need help and stuff, I'm always on. Even if I'm not streaming, I'm always on. And obviously if not, you can catch me in my streams. I will finish this boss because I did one so quickly I didn't realise I did one. That's always good. Let's see. Right, bang. Bang, 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 bang. Right. Oh, come on, game. You could have given me a heart. Yeah. I am gonna shoot off, but I will catch everybody later. Bye-bye.